Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Hi everyone, welcome to Dharma Earth's Dose of Dharma, and this is your Dose of Dharma for today. So we'll continue on the question. Bante, how do we increase our ability to face or overcome problems in the family? So previously we talked about managing our emotions, first with loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These four qualities are very wonderful qualities the Buddha taught. Okay, then after we have managed our emotions, then our mind is in a more clearer state of mind, right? Our thinking is not so affected by any negative emotions or distracting thoughts. Then after that, then what do we do? Another quality that we can cultivate in our daily life that will help us to increase our ability to overcome or face problems in the family is being solution-minded. So what does it mean by that? Well, the thing is that a lot of times when we are faced with a problem, sometimes we sink or we get drowned in the emotions and the feelings of the difficulty of the problems. Isn't that so? Right? Oh, this is a problem. And then we start to limit ourselves with our own mind. We start to have thoughts like, I can't do it. Or we start to have, this is too difficult, I can't do it. Or we may have thoughts of like, I'm never gonna understand this person or this problem. And if we have thoughts like this, and if we believe in these thoughts, then basically we will just give up hope, and we will just give up trying. But if we always train our mind to look for the solution instead of always focusing on the suffering brought about by the difficulty of the problems, then it will be more easy for us to try to solve the problem. So how do we do that? In the mind, it works like this. If you're faced with a problem, in a family, and then after that, I manage my emotions, and then if the other party also knows how to manage their emotions, this is good. And after both sides have managed their emotions, then after that, we can sit down and have a rational talk. And when we're having a rational talk, then we can try, this is the problem. What is the cause of the problem? And if we can know what is the cause of the problem, then it is easier for us, right? If not, if it's just like, my wife and I keep arguing over things and I don't know why. I don't know whether, or my husband's, he doesn't understand me and I don't know why. Do you guys face this problem? Yeah, sometimes, right? So it's good to just manage the emotions first, let the rational mind prevail first. Then after that, sit down, and then we try to look at and try to explore, what is the problem? What is the problem between your relationship? What is the problem between maybe the communication? Or what is the problem with maybe some behaviors? Then we can try to negotiate and talk it out, right? When we are trying to solve problem, then a kind of attitude is very helpful in what we call solution-minded attitude, which is, first we acknowledge that there is a problem, because some people don't even acknowledge that there is a problem. Or some people acknowledge that there is a problem with others, but there's no problem with themselves. So, if you have a negative emotion, you have a problem. Alright? You have a problem because your sensations, your thoughts, your feelings will be all affected by that negative emotions. So first, acknowledge the problem. Second, ask yourself, what is the cause of the problem? Is it your expectations? Is it others inciting you? We try to look at the cause of the problems. Then after that, we understand that the problem can be solved. Then when we know that the problem can be solved in some ways, maybe it's not what you may expect, but it may be solved. And even if it cannot be solved, there's no need for us to choose to worry about it. Why? Because if there's a solution to the problem, then why worry? If there's no solution to the problem, then why worry, right? Because if there's already a solution to the problem, then work on the solution. Finish. If there's no solution to the problem, then even if you worry yourself to death, you will not solve that problem, isn't that so? Right? So worry is also a kind of a negative mind state. So but when we are in a negative mind state, it is even more difficult for us to use our wisdom. Okay, it is more difficult for wisdom to arise. Think of the times when you're anxious. Think of the time when you're afraid or nervous. Like that. You can't think straight, right? Yeah, so it's very, very important. So we understand that, okay, if there's a solution to the problem, why worry? If there's no solution to the problem, also no need to worry. Just wait for it. Sometimes we need to wait a little while, get our emotions even more settled, do more research, try to ask around, ask for a hand, right, from others. Then after that, gradually you might be able to solve the problem. So if you can't solve the problem at that time, no problem. It just means that you can't solve the problem at that time. It doesn't mean that you can't solve the problem in the future, right? So whatever it is, worry is not an emotion that we will really, really want to indulge in during that time. Okay? Then since we know, the problem can be solved, then we should contemplate, definitely this problem can be solved, alright? So what is the way to solve the problem? What is the way to solve the problem? How do you reach your goal of solving the problem? Then we can explore. So if we train our mind to think in this way, in this solution-minded way, whenever we meet up with some problems in the family or whether it's problem at work, a lot of problems can really, really be solved rationally, and also at the root cause. So just to repeat, being solution-minded, when you meet up with a problem, first, acknowledge the problem. Second, ask yourself, what are the causes of the problem? There may be a single cause, it may be a multi-factor cause. We try to find out as much as we can. Then understand that the problem will be solved in some way, maybe in a way that you expect, or maybe in a way that you may not expect, maybe in a way that is to your liking, maybe it may be in a way that is not to your liking. But anyway, if there's a solution to the problem, why worry? If there's no solution to the problem, why worry? Remember this, So there's no need to indulge in the worried mind. Even if you worry yourself to death, you will not solve the problem, so why worry? Then after that, if we know, there's a solution to the problem, then what are the things that we need to do in order to get to the solution of the problem? How do we go towards our goals? What do we need to do? So this kind of a solution-minded mind state is very, very helpful for us when we're facing problem. If you can face the problem or analyze the problems in these 4 ways, then it's very easy for us to solve the problems. So this is your dose of Dhamma for today. Hopefully this sharing of solution-minded versus problem-minded will be able to help you guys. And always remember, before you try to solve the problem, manage your emotions first. Let the rational mind prevail first before talking, right? Then you go about using this solution-minded approach. And then hopefully this will be helpful for all the listeners. And then I wish all of you to be well, peaceful and happy. And also may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition and Nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.